Hello friends, welcome to the Singing Butterfly Tarot. My name is Cass. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. As you can see, we're doing another pick-a-pile. Today we're going to be chatting with our future self. Just going to check in here, kind of see, what your future self will thank you for, what they want you to focus on, what they're asking you to cut off. We're gonna get some advice and of course some oracle cards after that, just to emphasize some more advice. And as always, guys, I always shuffle music down below, whether or not I remember to mention it in the intro. So always check down below for a channeled song, shuffled channeled song, as well as I have options here with the 4 piles. We have, with the first pile, pyrite. All right, and it does have a yellow tiger butterfly there. We also have pile number 2 is the angelite with the blue butterfly. And pile number 3, we have green adventurine with the green butterfly. And last but not least, we actually have some petrified wood here. Some grounding petrified wood here. With another yellow butterfly. So before we get into the reading, as always, I'm going to do my announcements. First of all, Gigi says hi. He wanted to be in the video this morning. Okay. Second of all, sorry, he totally distracts me. Like, he will totally make my mind go blank. Like, one of the only things that is a total distraction for me. But anyways, personal readings are open, guys. If you'd like a personal reading, go ahead, email me, DM me, message me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you guys have me, and we can go ahead and get that set up for you. As well as keep in mind, these are general collective messages. So if something isn't resonating with you, please go back, maybe try a different pile. If not, maybe these messages just aren't meant for you. Maybe it's meant for somebody else who comes across this video. So if you're looking for something more attuned to your energy directly versus a whole general open collective, go ahead, message me. Let's go ahead and get that personal reading set up. As well as, guys, I try my best to keep these videos as gender fluid as possible. So even if I refer to anything as feminine or masculine, please understand that that is not in regards to a gender. I'm pretty sure that's all the announcements that I have for you guys. Can't wait to get started with this reading. I will go into a meditation here to help you guys, give you a little bit more time to decide. Check out the music below, and I will see you at your piles. Hi there, pile number 1. If you guys picked the pyrite crystal here for your reading, you guys also picked the tiger butterfly. I love that. I'm feeling a lot of strength, a lot of Leo energy as well, a lot of it's funny that this is one of the first videos that I've had my cat in again. Like, he's been in like some older videos, but he hasn't been around lately. So it's just funny, like, as soon as I'm like tapping in with the tiger's eye, now we have pyrite, not tiger's eye, we got the tiger butterfly and the pyrite. Like, that to me is like Leo energy. So very like feminine energy. Not feminine, feline energy. I'm so sorry, I'm mixing up my words. So there is something very like, I don't know if you guys resonate with, like, how people are like, cats describe me, embody me. Maybe you guys love to nap or sleep a lot, something like that. Maybe you just love cats so much. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with messages from your future self, but I wanted to kind of tap in to who your future self is like asking you to become, what kind of energy they're asking you to step into. So those are the cards that you guys picked from in the beginning. We have clear quartz here, clarity, healing, endless possibilities. So I definitely get this energy like you guys are going to be stepping into seeing things a lot more clearly than you might be seeing things now. You're going to be accomplishing a lot of healing, and I just feel like at the end of the day, you're going to feel like you have so many more options around you, so many more possibilities. Like right now you might be feeling stuck or limited in some way, and they're just wanting to tell you like it will clear out. This energy will clear out. So just like allow it to clear out. Don't fight it. Don't like basically it's not going to be forever. So today we're going to be using the Star Power Tarot. I'm just going to shuffle these a few times here. We're going to shuffle them 6 times. So I just did 2. Let's go ahead and do 3. 4. Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe this strength just already popped up. Like you guys are so strong. And you might be having to be strong currently, like that's definitely coming through here, where it's like something you're having to like hold out and just be super strong, like tune into Leo energy, possibly like channel some creativity when it comes to this pain, when it comes to this healing process. You might be doing things to like help you heal, like creatively. I just heard physically as well, like some of you guys might be working on trying to be more active, more healthy when it comes to your body. Like I feel like that's also going to be very healing for you. All right guys, sorry for the adjustment. I just wanted to adjust it since my cat walked away, and like usually I have my sunflowers here, like it's just like probably like an OCD thing. But yeah, basically we just wanted to just change the frame here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the cards from the top here. So we have your present self, we have the future. Your future self will thank you for this, and your future self wants to tell you to focus on. Your future self wants you to cut off. And lastly, advice from your future self. All right, your future self is coming in clutch here. So currently, you might be really enjoying life, okay? Like I'm just getting this energy of celebration, of having fun, of spending your days with friends, possibly just like people who get you, people who understand you. And look what I was just talking about, like feline energy. Like I was getting a lot of feline energy and I can't explain it, but here we are, this card. So originally, you know, it would have 3 people, usually women. I think on the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's 3 women. And they're all celebrating, drinking together. And in this version of this tarot deck, the 3 of Cups actually has 3 cats. And so there's only 2 people here, but there's 3 cats. And look, their shirts also have tigers on them. So tigers might be like really significant animals to you. You might just find a lot of strength in like feline energy. Like you just... I can't explain it. Like you might just relate to cats, or like you feel a lot of power from like big cats, okay? Like from tigers and lions and things like that. Like, I don't know, you might just be able to like channel a lot of energy from that. It might just be like a spirit guide animal as well, like that's trying to come through. That's why it's coming in so strongly. It's like cats might give you, like, might be kind of like those guides for you specifically. I mean, they're just so popular. That's why I feel like I'm hesitating here. It's because cats are so universal, and there's so many, and there's so, you know, there's all different kinds. But let me just get off of cats here. Like, some of you guys might just like really be obsessed with cats. Maybe that's why it's coming in so strongly here. But basically, you're currently in this energy of definitely like a loving energy, definitely like a carefree energy. You might honestly not have a lot of responsibilities that you're handling. Like, you might be, even if you do have responsibilities, it's like you're trying to focus more so on the times when you get to just like go and explore and be yourself, like be with your people who understand you and don't judge you, and it's like you can just be yourself. And maybe that's also like a thing with cats, is like they're so independent, they really don't give a shit about whether or not, like, I don't know, like they're not people pleasers, basically. Like, cats are not people pleasers. Like, they're going to put themselves first. They're always going to kind of make decisions based on what they want to do, more so than like the people around them. But I'm also seeing like you're still very socially aware, like you're still definitely socially attuned to the people around you. So your future self just wants you to recognize that you are in a place right now where you can enjoy these things. Like, they're wanting you to possibly focus a little bit more on this as well. It's like you might not be realizing this or seeing this, but this is exactly the time that you should be celebrating. This is exactly the time you should be partying. This is exactly the time that you should be spending time with people who love and accept you as you are. And yes, like I'm not trying to encourage anybody, but like I'm hearing like they want you to let loose as well, and like just have more fun. Like, set some intentions to just have some more fun, because you might be in a place right now where it's like you don't have to worry about a bunch of huge responsibilities. Like, whether or not you do, it's like I feel like in the future there might be like with endless possibilities here. It's like you might feel a lot more pressure in the future to get a lot more different things done, like a variety of things done here. Whereas right now you're still able to be carefree. Like, you're still able to just like focus on your friendships, focus on celebrating, focus on going out and just having a really grand time. So it's like, it's kind of coming through as advice, but it's also how they're seeing you. It's like they're seeing you, like, I feel like your future self is saying like you are lucky right now to be where you are, because like I just heard, you don't even know, like you don't even know yet what's gonna come in the future, and it might be a lot of pressure, okay? So they're just asking you like, please enjoy the good times. They're here right now. It's like it's like that one quote, like, how do we even know we're in the good times, like, until the good times are already past? It's like they're not wanting you to feel that way. They're wanting you to feel like you fully took advantage of the time when you could go out and be free and careless. And I just heard young as well. Like, some of you guys might be definitely on the younger end here. So it's like they're wanting you to enjoy your youth. They're wanting you to enjoy where you are now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So what's your future self going to thank you for? We have the moon. Okay, so with this energy, I'm actually getting, they're asking you like something. Sorry, my cat's like trying to open a cabinet or something. So basically with this moon card, what they're going to be thanking you for is those times when you kept certain things to yourself. I just heard not everybody is your friend, especially, you know, when you're in this Three of Cups energy where you're just celebrating, having a good time with friends. You know, it can be easy to possibly overshare, or let's see, to rely on certain people that you might have been partying with them, but it's like you haven't been friends with them for very long. So it's kind of like there's this blind spot here where you're not really sure whether or not you can trust certain people right away. So your future self is like, thank you for not spilling all of our secrets. Okay, thank you for allowing there to be some mystery. Okay, thank you for allowing me to not overshare in certain situations. Even when I just heard, even when I've drunk too much, even when I drink too much, it's like you're still in this energy of like keeping certain things to yourself. Like maybe there's like sacred knowledge, okay, not that, like that sounds so over the top here, but in terms of like sacred knowledge of like things that are sacred to you, memories that are sacred to you. It's kind of like knowledge that only you would know, only your mama would know, only like that, you know, your special partner or special friend. That sounds so cheesy, but your special friend. But you know what I mean? Like there's that sacred knowledge that only certain people should be aware of. So your future self is thanking you for like keeping quiet when it's necessary. Like, you know, I'm not saying to keep everything a secret, to be a total mystery. That's not what they're thanking you for. They're thanking you for they're just thanking you for having a filter. It's like even when you're in the midst of all this celebration, friendship, it's like you still have a filter. You still have some self-control here. So they are very grateful for the things that you have kept in the dark. As well as the moon is definitely, to me, an energy of divine feminine energy as well. So for some of you, they're also thanking you for possibly, it's either healing your divine feminine energy and your relationship to feminine energy, because some of you guys, I am getting that that's possibly what this clear quartz healing is about as well. It's like, you know, there's something that needed healing here. So that could definitely be it, is like your relationship with feminine energy. Like you might have grew up around toxic femininity. You might have been surrounded by toxic femininity in friend groups as well. So your future self is also thanking you for healing the divine feminine within yourself and working on, hold on one second. So there's something, sorry for the interruptions, by the way, but there's something here about healing the divine feminine energy. This could also just be you embracing it. It's not even that it was truly like broken or like, you know, influenced by toxic femininity. It could just simply be that you guys are exploring that aspect of yourself and you are trying to connect more with that feminine energy. And that can mean so many things, guys. Like that can mean, you know, to me, it's like a lot about fertility and creation. That to me is a lot of feminine energy. So like it could be relating to that. You know, it's not always just like that fluffy, like what society has built feminine energy out to be. Like there's so many more aspects to it. So whether or not you are going towards that and exploring that or healing it, whatever it may be, your future self will be grateful for that. So keeping things to yourself, you know, not oversharing, and embracing / healing your divine feminine. Next up, we do have what your future self wants you to focus on here. And we have the Two of Wands. So what they're asking you to focus on here is on making more conscious decisions. I feel like you might kind of end up going with the group, or you know what I mean, like, especially because I'm just getting a big group dynamic or like a big friendship dynamic, and it's like, I don't think that you're the type of person to just people please, but I am getting this energy of like just keeping the peace. And you know, it's like you are gonna agree. It's like with a majority, it's like you're gonna be okay with whatever the majority is saying. And so what your future self is asking you to focus more on is like having more independent ideas, having more independent opinions, and not just thinking about the majority. I just heard, what is that? Pack mentality. So what they're asking you to focus on is pulling away from this pack. It's like, it's so funny. It's like they're wanting you to enjoy it. They're wanting you to like bask in it, to savor the moment here. But at the same time, it's like there is a blooming independence that's happening, where it's like they're just asking you to be more conscious and focus on, what do you want? What do you think? Not what the whole pack wants, not what the majority wants. What do you want? And how can you get there? How can you get to your desires? On top of just like being aware of self, it's like, okay, now how do we take actions towards what we desire? Stumbling over here with my words today. But yeah, it's like they're wanting you to stop hesitating. They're wanting you to stop going back and forth on certain like decisions. They're just wanting you to kind of take action versus just sitting there and contemplating and hesitating. And I just keep getting an energy too of just like they want you to kind of go with the flow more. It's kind of like first thing that comes to your head kind of energy. It's like they're asking you, like, if somebody were to ask you a question, what's the first thing that comes to your head? And instead of like taking all of this data of like, okay, well, these people think this, these people think this, I'm kind of leaning in between the, you know, it's like they want you to just like eliminate that process, because I think it's getting in the way of like utilizing your time, wasting your energy. And it's like they'd rather just see you know what you want and take what you want and go for what you want, versus like needing to have all of the information, needing to have all the data right in front of you to make a decision. It's like, just allow your opinions to come to the surface, allow it to flow, instead of thinking, okay, like I respect the opinion of this person, so I need to know, what do they think about this? Like they're just wanting you to like eliminate all of the thought, overthinking, all of the thought process, and just kind of, it's like if you're gonna do all that introspection, it's like they're wanting you to do it alone. Like they don't want you to be influenced by other people here. So that's what they're wanting you to focus on, is like being less indecisive, having more opinions that come from like research and knowledge that you've done on your own, not from like the opinions of other people, not from the opinions of the majority. It's like they want you to really step into more of yourself. And that will, I feel like the more you know yourself, the more that you're doing research on, like possibly on like, I just heard politics. Like for a lot of you, this could do with like politics. Like you're just trying to decide where you stand in certain matters. And it's like maybe you've listened to your family your whole life in order to just like make decisions, have opinions. But I feel like this is like, they're asking you to focus on exploring more of your own opinions, and the more that research you do, the more that you focus on this, the less indecision you're going to have when it comes to forming your own opinions on these things. Like, I hope that makes sense. I feel like that was like a whole word vomit, but basically like it's just going to like, the more research you do, the more time you spend on like knowing who you are. It's like, it's gonna take out all of this like back and forth, indecision, hesitation kind of energy. I feel like that's what they're asking you to move away from. And they just want you to focus on your own decisions. Also, like I was mentioning, going with the flow, and we also have just like so much pattern here of snake. So it could be like shedding snake skin. Like, some of you guys might be kind of scared to do this because it's like you've never done this before, and it's like you're worried people are going to think that you don't know what you're talking about, or like just stop caring about what other people think. That's really the biggest message that is coming from this card. And I'm seeing 222 on the timer. It's like, I get that you have a lot of love for your friends, your family, your social circles, but it's like, you don't have to constantly be thinking like, well, what will they think? What will this person think? Like, I just get way too much overthinking that they're asking you to focus on eliminating. So next up, we have, what does your future self want you to cut off? And we have justice in reverse. So obviously they are asking you here to cut off anything that just doesn't feel fair to you, anything that puts you in a compromising position, also anything that makes you kind of bend your morals or your values or something like that. It's like, if there's anybody asking you to compromise your version of justice, like, those people need to go. They need to be cut out, cut off. Also, this just gets, I just keep seeing like scales in my head. You know, justice, Libra energy is the scales, and I just keep getting this energy of like, the scales are imbalanced. Like, there's some, it's like one side's just so heavy, the other side is like nearly empty, and it's like, that's what they're wanting you to cut off. It's like, pardon me, like the imbalanced relationships, like those relationships where you're putting in all of the work, you're putting in everything into a friendship, a relationship, a partnership, a family, you know, relationship. It's like, if you are consistently putting in all of the work here, it's not fair. It's just not fair. And they're asking you to please cut those out. You need to start paying attention to like this is tricky, because it's almost like, you know, I'm not asking you to like keep receipts of like what people do for you, and like no, that's not what I'm asking. It's just like, pay attention to how much effort other people are putting into your relationships as well, because it's like, it's a two-way street, buddy. It's like, yes, you're my friend, I want to be able to do these things for you. You're my parent, I want to be able to take care of you. You're my partner, I want to be able to pamper you, spoil you, all of these things. But it's like, are they are they being reciprocated? Because if they're not, like, your future self is like, cut it off. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time, your energy. It's not worth like the heavy lifting I just heard. Like, some of you guys really put in so much work into these relationships, but then you just see nothing in return. Also, it's just like, there's like she's got the vote tie, she's got the black sheep pin. I always notice that. And there's like all of these doors behind her, and it's just making me think of the endless possibilities. So there could be like people that are in the way of you reaching all of these possibilities. Like what I'm getting here, one sec. Like it just kind of feels like there might be people like literally in your way to all of these doors to endless possibilities. Like I'm just getting like those people, like I said, it could be like the people that are just giving you an unfair treatment. They could be giving you an imbalanced treatment where it's like they're just not putting in the same amount of work or effort as you do. But I'm also getting like just like this kind of weird energy of like, it's like those people who play fair, but it's like they only play fair when it comes to themselves. It's like they have a sense of justice, but only when it comes to themselves. Like there's like a specific personality type that I feel like your future self is wanting you to like cut off. Like this could just be like self-righteous people who, this could also be the reason why you become so hesitant or you get so confused about making a certain decisions, is because like there are people around you that will judge you harshly if you don't kind of follow in their footsteps or do what they do, or certain things like that. Like they want you to cut off people who are just like self-righteous, where everything is black and white, where it's their way or the highway kind of energy, like really stubborn people, because I feel like they're wanting you to enter this flow. Like that's really what it feels like based on the other three cards here. It's like they're wanting you to enter into a flow, and I feel like these are the kind of people that will block your flow. You see all of these doors behind her, like all of these doors, but I feel like whoever this person is, it's like they are blocking you. It could be a Libra specifically here, but I'm just getting like unequal give and take, self-righteous energy, just unfair treatment. Like anybody who makes you feel like that, they should not have space in your life, is what I'm hearing. It could also be like, okay, one last message. Like it could also be like this feels kind of mean, because it's almost like it's not their fault, but it's like ignorant people. Okay, like those ignorant people who like, they don't care whether or not what they're doing, like they don't care how their actions affect the earth, politics, the people around them. Like like those kind of people as well. Like it could be kind of like that. It's like instead of like super self-righteous, bossy like people, it's kind of like the opposite. It's like those underachievers who just like they literally don't care because of their own ignorance or because of their lack of education or whatever. It's like they can't seem to really genuinely care. So it's like so there's a few different kinds of personality types that your future self is like, yeah, just like cut it out. I feel like they want you to balance these scales out. They want you to balance these out, and it's like it's gonna be really hard to do that if these people are still remaining in your life. So last but not least, the advice from your future self is the Emperor in reverse. Like it's kind of funny how we tapped into this feminine energy with the moon here, and how it's like they were thanking you for healing that. They were thanking you for like leading more into that, embracing it, healing it. Whereas this energy to me feels very much like holding on to toxic masculinity. Like maybe some of you guys come from very strict households, or you come from places where people were very controlling with you, and it kind of taught you that behavior was okay. Maybe that's also why you struggle with like making your own decisions, because there was always like somebody in charge of you, always somebody like telling you what to do, where to go. But the advice from your future self is to start releasing that very masculine need to control. There's like this very like I just keep getting like masculine energy, and it's like very controlling, and I just heard superior. Like you might have even been taught like certain aspects of yourself were superior to like possibly like your emotional side, your more intuitive side, your more intuitive nature. Like you might have kind of been shamed on those parts of yourself, and it's like your future self is thanking you for embracing them, but it's like their advice is to still keep releasing the need to control, keep releasing the need to constantly be logical as well, which is kind of silly, but it's like that's what they keep wanting to promote, is like going with the flow, not controlling, like allowing, sorry about that, allowing the energy to just flow instead of possibly like making plans, needing to control. Like their advice to you is to keep releasing that toxic masculinity as well. Their advice to you is to also like, if it's not resonating in terms of like you being somebody who needs control, this is definitely could be about like people in your life, like masculine people in your life here who are very controlling. This could be a boss, this could be a father figure, you know, this could be just like a heavily dominantly masculine energy who's very controlling in your life, and it's like they're asking you to also release that, because maybe it's not fair, it's injustice here, and so they're asking you to release that. But the main message I'm getting is just like, it feels a lot about control. Whether it's you or another person around you, it's like eliminating this like grip, eliminating this need for control, allowing things to just flow. I feel like there's a heavy fear of like judgment and of doing things wrong, and of not doing them in a logical, orderly fashion. And I feel like some of you guys were like trained, okay? Some of you guys were either like trained, like you grew up like a little soldier, I just heard. Very interesting, okay? And even with this 10 of Pentacles over here, it's like, I'm not sure what they're trying to tell you, but it does kind of feel like they're wanting you to prepare for certain things possibly coming to an end. This could be like household, like some of you guys, I definitely am seeing like some of you guys could be moving out of a household, possibly with a super like controlling parental figure. But like it's like they're preparing you, like this is, you know, kind of like hidden in this 10 of Pentacles. So like they are kind of cautioning you to save money as well, I feel like you might be kind of, it's like, yes, you're being very careless and free. Like that's what they're wanting you to embrace. But it's like at the back of your mind, it's like 9 of Wands in reverse. It's like they're wanting you to understand that even if there are endings, or even if things don't last, even if things start to crumble around you, it's like, let your guard down, 9 of Wands in reverse. Like let your guard down, be vulnerable to it, you know, allow yourself to feel whatever it is you are feeling about a situation. But it's like, don't let these outside factors control you and how you're feeling. Like, let it happen, see how things change, and embrace it. Embrace things that are falling apart. Embrace things that aren't stable. Okay, like if something's not stable, if something's imbalanced, let it fall away. Let it fall away. Go with the flow. Don't fight it. Don't fight for that control to keep everything together. It's like some things might start feeling like it's falling apart, like whether or not it's like people in your life falling away, whether or not it's like maybe like a home, like it kind of feels like a home, possibly like a home falling apart, or like a job possibly falling apart, like something with finances falling apart. But it's like they're not wanting you to fear this. They're wanting you to embrace it. They're wanting you to try to understand that some things need to fall away in order for us to reach that place where we have endless possibilities for ourselves. So that's all I'm getting from the tarot section. I feel like this has been very long-winded. I didn't know how long this would end up taking here. And I feel like because I was getting interrupted, it was making it a little bit hard to flow. So maybe that's what it is. It's like you guys, I don't know. It's something about the flow. Like it's something about the flow. Like your future self is just wanting you to ride the wave, go with the flow. Don't try to control things. Make decisions and stick with them. Don't overshare. Don't tell all your secrets. Embrace your femininity here. All right. And then we also have Spirit has your back with Eagle Spirit coming through. 23, break it into a 5. It's like allowing change. Allowing change. Change is good. Change is needed. Change is necessary to get us to where we need to go. So let's go ahead. 23, Eagle Spirit. Think of the eagles flying high above all the other birds, soaring on the wind. Eagle Spirit has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom of the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is Eagle Spirit that raises you above it all, helping you conquer fear and overcome anxiety. And overcome adversity, reminding you that Spirit has your back and wants you to experience life at its fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by Spirit and all the angels. Boldly build your nest in a lofty space and know that now you can fly effortlessly, proudly embodying Eagle Spirit in all her glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. And I love that it mentions divine timing right at the end, because this is focused towards like what does your future self want you to know? And it's like, I love that it mentions solitude, like it's like you're going to go to new heights. You're going to reach this place of endless possibilities, but it's like, are you prepared to be in solitude for a while, to possibly lose people from your life? And I think that's especially, like I was saying, it's like they want you to really enjoy the friendships you have now, the ability to like be around people now, because you might be kind of entering a period of isolation, of solitude for while you're kind of building yourself up here. But Eagle Spirit, like I'm just getting this, it feels very much like a leader. Like you guys are really stepping into becoming a leader. I feel like there might be people in your life who don't want to see you become a leader. Maybe they've always led you, and they're really hating to see that dynamic change. I don't know, I'm just getting with this Justice, and this is Libra and this is Aries energy. So it could be a Libra and Aries here in your life. I'm just getting like this very like controlling, nasty, like they don't play fair. They're very controlling. It's like they want you to kind of think exactly like them. They might even try to get you to overshare. Okay, it's like, so it's like they're asking you to enjoy the time that you're being able to spend with people now, but it's like they're also wanting you to understand that not everybody can come with you as you're ascending, as you're leveling up here, because not everybody's putting in the work you're putting in. Not everybody's putting in the effort that you're putting in here. Okay, that's too many. What self-care does your future self want you to work on? Movement. Okay, so some of you guys, like, they're wanting you to possibly try yoga, try going on walks, on runs, whatever it is. They want you to start getting moving. Get moving here. Let's pull one more. We also have look for fairies. See, it's like very playful, but this is also to me like something to do kind of in solitude, something to do when you're alone, when you're outside, when you're exploring, when you're in nature. Like they're wanting you to be flexible, be flexible, and to be open to like messages that spirit might be trying to leave for you. Like look for magic, look for like try to tap into that spiritual world. Like it doesn't always have to be super logical, super like grounded. Like you're allowed to go into that feminine energy where it's more of that spiritual than the earthly. Spiritual versus the earthly plane here. I don't know, I kind of want to get one more. Okay, this one tried to come out earlier. So health checkup. So some of you guys definitely need to be going to the doctor and just making sure that your health is in check, because I do see like for some of you guys it could cause problems in the future. Like your future self just wants you to be on top of it. Like they just want you to be on top of it. They want you to be ahead of it. Any kind of issues that might come up. Okay, so I'm going to get some of the Rebel Oracle here. Some advice. We're just going to kind of throw them out. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, that's all that I'm going to take. So the first one I saw was don't fucking force it, which is exactly what the Emperor in reverse. Like it just feels very forceful. It feels very controlling. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. We also have eat your fucking vegetables. Okay, so this could have to do with health. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Like some of you guys really are going to be focusing more on your health. Your health. We also make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. We also have laugh. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Like they're wanting you to have a good time, like to laugh, to enjoy this period here, because I feel like it might get kind of quiet after a while. Once you start kind of making better choices, eating more veggies, once you start embracing more of your health, and you stop kind of being this friend that or this person who's just always celebrating, always partying here, it's like it might be kind of quiet for a while for you after that. Like it might be very different for you to be in that energy versus to be constantly surrounded by people and feel that celebration. So I think it just doesn't feel right to leave it off on this. So I am going to pull a message from the angels here. But this one to me, I kind of want to do it more so of like what exactly does your future self want to say to you? Instead of your angels here, you know, some of them might mention like guardian angels and stuff. So if that does come out, whatever, but I just kind of want to see if I can try to channel here. What does your future self want to say directly to you? Okay. We have affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. I feel like this is definitely going with like this Two of Wands energy, where it's like more figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want, paying attention to your language, your thoughts. Like, are these just kind of thoughts that were drilled into your head by other people who want to control you, who want you to think and do things like them? Because I do feel like your thoughts and your language at the moment are heavily influenced by the people around you. And so I think that's why this is coming out, because it's like they're really wanting you to clear out the clutter, clear out this brain fog, this hesitant energy here. They want you to be more confident in what you know and what you do, and what you create. Be proud of what you create as well, what you're putting out there. What energy are you putting out there here? Also coming from a place of being grateful. You know, the most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Ooh, pardon me. So that's all the time that I have for you, Pile 1. I really do hope that this reading resonated with you. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and until next time, sending you love, light, protection, and blessings. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2, if you guys picked the Angelite crystal here, as well as you guys picked the blue butterfly. And I just want you guys to know I always like shuffle the butterflies. Like, I'll grab all 4 of them and I'll just kind of like sprinkle them. So it was just, I just love when it lines up with the color scheme. So the blue butterfly went with the blue crystal and the green butterfly went with the green. It was just so cute. So, so I'm just hearing coordination. So could be a message about coordination, color coordination. Maybe some of you guys are into fashion. We also have the card cycle, honor your phases. So I kind of wanted to just tap in here, get a message right off the bat from your future self. And so they're telling you to honor your phases. I feel like some of you guys might really only value yourself when you are like primped and pampered and completely 100% in a good space. Okay, like when you're at your highest peak energy, which I'm actually kind of getting because it shows all the different phases at the top. So I just keep staring at that full moon right at the top, and it's just like you guys seem to only really genuinely care about yourself when you are at that full moon energy. And it's like you might be kind of neglecting the other sides of yourself, like maybe your lesser vibrational energy or like your shadow energy. Like you might really just be kind of like trying to discard that in some way or ignore it and not honor the fact that we all go through these phases here. We all go through these cycles of change, you know, like we're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly moving, we're constantly going through these different phases. And it's like I just get this energy of like you need to pay more attention to when you're in a lower vibration, when you're not doing so well, when you're not doing so great. It's like paying attention, valuing that version of you. Even like basically this might have to do with like perfectionism, Like for some of you guys might be struggling with some perfectionism, and it's like you're only trying to value yourself when you're in that like perfect energy of what you want to be in. But it's like when you're not feeling your greatest, it's like that version of yourself is still asking for love. They're still asking for some attention here. Very interesting. Okay, so whoa. Star Moon Tarot is slippery. Okay, so we are going to use the Star Moon Tarot to just ask a few questions here. We're just going to pull from the top after I shuffle. We're going to shuffle 6 times. Number 3. 5. I just heard like it's about the journey, not the destination. All right, we're gonna shuffle one more time. Wow. And then we have the Hierophant popping right out. I'm not sure why it's significant. Maybe this is how your future self is seeing you currently, but we're gonna go ahead and I don't know what to do with that card. All right, so this is your present self. Beautiful. We also have what your future self would like to thank you for. Well, okay, and what your future self wants you to focus on. What your future self wants you to cut off. And last but not least, advice. 10 of Cups. Okay. Honestly, I kind of want to grab a clarification for the 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. All right, let's go ahead and check out the bottom of the deck here. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh, such a different energy than pile 1. Pile 1 was a little confusing too. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So your present self is being shown as the 6 of Pentacles, which I think is really cool because it's just showing that you're a very generous person. You might be generous with your time, with your energy. You might also be the type of friend or partner or family member who loves to shower your loved ones in gifts. Like that might be a love language for you, is like getting people things, giving them gifts. But I'm just seeing like you're just a very giving person. Like you are so generous. You are such a, honestly, like I just heard like a gem. Like a lot of your friends or the people who you give to, who you give a lot of your time and energy and possibly gifts to, it's like they really do see you as a gem, especially with like that ring right there. Like some of you guys might have given people rings, or people like to give you rings, okay? But I'm just getting this beautiful energy of give and take. Like you are definitely also somebody who is not afraid to stand up to the people who aren't generous, like the people who don't give anything, who don't give shit back in return, okay? Like straight up is what I'm getting, is like you know what it looks like to be giving, to be generous, to be loving, to really care. Like I said, this could be a love language for you. So it's like you understand that. You understand this energy, like you are this energy. This is who you are inside. And so it's like if somebody in your life isn't giving, and it's not like you're holding them to a standard, but it's like because you understand this energy of generosity, and to you, I feel like it mixes into like your love, how you show love. So love and generosity to you might be kind of like one and the same. It's like you kind of feel like if other people aren't generous or they don't really give give you shit. And this doesn't even have to be physical gifts. Like if somebody isn't giving you their time, isn't giving you effort, if they're really careless about how they talk to you or treat you, it's like, to you, that's them showing that they don't love you. So I feel like that's really powerful. Like you're somebody who will hold that standard of equal give and take. Like I give to you, you give to me, and we have this beautiful transaction. So that's how your future self is seeing you currently. They might even be kind of trying to tell you that you might be giving too much in certain aspects. Like people might kind of look at you as, I don't want to say a bank, okay, but that's kind of what I was hearing. Like some people might look at you as if they can get things from you. So that might be kind of like a little bit of a warning from your future self, where they're just like, just be cautious, like just know how generous you are, because that'll be so important in like what you demand and what boundaries you set in your relationships. So what do they want to thank you for? Okay, very interesting. Your future self wants to thank you for the Page of Pentacles, which is once again another very beautiful energy, because they're literally thanking you for, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, my brain, like the things that come through that I have to filter out. They're thanking you for planning. They're thanking you for taking responsibility, for getting shit done. They're thanking you for being organized. They're thanking you for also allowing yourself to be a student, to allow yourself to start from nothing and to build yourself up over time. Because I feel like you're probably going to reach a point, like your future self is thankful for this. So obviously they're at this point where this was very useful for them. The fact that you put in the work, you put in the effort here to plan, to be organized, you put in that pentacle. You might have even put in money into certain aspects, but it's like your future self is thankful for the actions you took, the planning that you made, the scheduling that you did, you know, all of these very like structured, organized ways of doing things. They're thanking you. They're like, thank you for that organization. Thank you for taking those steps. And also it's like, your future self is also saying, like, I know that you weren't like a master at your craft or a master at whatever it is you're trying to build. It's like they knew that you weren't at a master level, but it's like you still put in work anyways. You still made the effort. You still put your time and energy into this, possibly into yourself, right? Your future self is so thankful for that, because I feel like you being grounded is just the most beneficial for you. Like you're not throwing away your chance. And that's what your future self is so thankful for. Like, thank you for not wasting our time. Thank you for being organized, for planning, for not wasting our time, for shooting your shots. Wow, like I'm like grinning right now, and I feel like they are so freaking proud of you. It's kind of phenomenal. Wow. Like they're saying, like they keep talking in my head, like you're doing a phenomenal job. Like I never say that word, but like they just want you to know. Like that's also what it's coming through, is like honor your phases, because it's like they want you to be grateful for where you're at now. They want you to recognize that in order for you to get where you're going, like you had to be in this phase where you're still learning, you're still a student, you're still planning, you're still putting in all of this effort here. Like for some of you guys might literally be going to school, and they're thanking you, like, thank you for going to school. Thank you for allowing me to advance, to learn, to grow. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I'm hearing. Thank you for giving me a chance. And that's so beautiful. Like without the efforts you're putting in now, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at. So what do they want you to focus on? We have the Page of Wands in reverse. See, that's the thing that's kind of confusing for them though, is because I'm getting that it's like when it comes to structure, routine, being grounded, putting in the effort, it's like you're willing. You're so willing. But there is something here about like your creative outlet that is suffering right now. Like, I'm just getting like you might not have the confidence right now to kind of follow the same path of this Page of Pentacles, but it's like instead of like your finances, your organization, your work ethic, like I feel like this is your work ethic here. It's like you've mastered that. You're doing great. They're like, thank you, sweetie, you're doing amazing, phenomenal, right? But when it comes to like, I feel like you might be really harshly judging your creative side. Or it's like if you have a passion, it's like it's either a creative outlet or a passion of yours. And it's almost like there's just this lack of confidence in becoming a student for this. It's like you don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to like whatever it is you're creating. And it makes sense because you seem to be a very organized, grounded person. So for you to kind of tune into fire energy, it might be a little bit harder for you to just get to that place of like energy and creativity and like letting yourself just flow in that energy. Like I feel like you might be the kind of person who loves like organized chaos. Okay, like you might be the kind of person who enjoys like I'm getting a strong energy of perfectionism, guys. Like I don't want to go there because it's such a tough energy. It's like I'm avoiding it because it's such a tough energy, but it's like that's kind of what it feels like. It's like you're scared to make mistakes. You're scared to even, it's like imagine a canvas and a bunch of paints. It's like you're still working on like sketching on the canvas. You're still like trying to plot and plan every single piece of it. And look, it's funny because like I was just seeing like a web, like I don't know, like those like, not a Venn diagram, but you know how like when people like kind of go crazy on TV shows and they're all like circling things and they're all connected, and like that's what I was seeing is like you're still sketching, you're still trying to plan, connect all the dots, but it's like that's not really what your future self wants you to focus on. Like they want you to focus on letting loose and allowing yourself to make mistakes, especially creatively. It's like you might really want this perfect outcome. You guys are really too hard on yourself when it comes to the outcome, to the destination, when it comes to like that full moon energy. It's like you want it to be perfect. You want it to be everything you planned it to be. You want it to be. And sometimes I feel like there's a disconnect here because creativity shouldn't be caged in. It shouldn't always be planned. Like sometimes, yes, it's beautiful. Like these videos here, like I plan everything. I'm honestly resonated a little bit here. But it's like what your future self is asking of you is to not plan anything. Allow yourself to be a student as well. Like allow yourself to be an amateur. Make those mistakes. And I feel like what I just heard is like some of your mistakes are going to be like your favorite projects. Like some of the things that you might define as like a mistake, or like you did something that you didn't mean to do, or something that was unplanned, God forbid. It's like, it might be like I just heard it's gonna end up actually being your favorite project or your favorite, whatever you create, whatever you're passionate about. Like give yourself more creative, like give yourself more free reign to just be creative. Like it shouldn't be so stifled. What is say? 6 sad girls. And I feel like that's the thing too, is like why they're wanting you to focus on it is because this is kind of building up some unhappiness within yourself. Like, because it's like you're putting so much pressure on yourself to create perfectly, to be organized, to be everything, to be in its place, perfect. Like your creative side is suffering, and I think it is kind of building up some sadness within you because you can't just create unfiltered anymore. Like maybe you used to be able to do this in the past or something, like maybe when you were younger, when you were a kid, like you were careless, you just, you know, you let your freak flag fly. Okay, I love that saying. Like you just let it fly. And it's like maybe as you've gotten older, you know, you've gotten more organized, you've gotten more in control, maybe even just like self-aware, I guess. Like, and now it's like because you see it, it's like you can't unsee it, like, if that makes sense. Like now that you see what creativity could be if you add in planning and you add in like a structured idea, it's like because you've created from that space, you see the outcome and you're like, wow, that's awesome. But it's almost like what your future self is wanting you to focus on is to not do that every single time. I feel like they're not asking you to like not do it at all, but it's like, don't do it every single time. Okay, we gotta move on. So what does your future self want you to cut off? And we have the 7 of Wands. They're wanting you to cut off defensiveness. I feel like you guys might kind of get in this energy of like if, okay, like I'm kind of scared to tell you guys this because like I love you, I understand this energy so much, but there is kind of a blockage when it comes to people giving you constructive criticism. Look at me, I can't even talk. I'm so scared to say it. It's almost like when people, like, I feel like people like want to help you, or like they might even see this blockage within you. They might be seeing that you've kind of been in like some kind of, what's the word? Writer's block, creative block. Like it's like people might miss certain creative things that you were doing before, and it's like maybe you've been working or you've been organizing or planning or something, like, you know, you've been more in an earth energy than your fire. And I feel like there might be people who try to kind of reignite that fiery passion. And they might even try to give you like constructive criticism, but I'm getting like you guys just don't want to hear it. And maybe it's because you put in so much thought, you put in so much time and effort and energy and thought into what you're doing, that it's almost like an insult to you when people try to come in and be like, oh, well, have you tried this? What about this? Or like, maybe if you didn't do this, or maybe if you did do this, like it just feels like there's just this defense where you're just like, whatever, I don't want to hear it. I know what I'm doing. I just heard I know what I'm doing. So your future self is asking you to please be more open to other people's ideas and also other people's criticism and other people's opinions. Okay, and they're not asking you to like, it's like you can hear people out. You can hear out their criticism, you can hear out their opinions, but you don't have to internalize it. You know, like just because they think that way, it doesn't mean you have to agree with them. But I think you need to, what your future self is asking is like for you to at least be more open. Like at least let people have their opinions. Let people have their, you know, their criticism. Let people have that. Just like you have that. I feel like your future self wants you to recognize you have opinions. You probably have constructive criticism that you would want to give to other people. So why are you so defensive and closed-minded, honestly, when it comes to what other people have to say? Like, I'm just getting this very closed off, defensive energy where you're just like, I don't want to hear it. Like, you guys might really struggle with like stubbornness, and like, it's like you're very generous. You give a lot, but like in terms of, I think this is like advice when it comes to like your creative outlets or your passions. Like, I feel like that's specifically, like, it's really like when people are trying to give you advice on like how to do things, possibly that's when you're just shut down. You're just like I've actually been putting a lot of effort and thought into this, so why should I have to listen to you? It's like you're not allowing yourself to be a student. You're not allowing yourself to sit in that place of, I'm still learning, I'm still an amateur, I don't know what I'm doing, and I could honestly use some advice sometimes. But it's like, if you're constantly meeting constructive criticism with defense and no thank you, even those good ideas that people might have, you're not going to be able to hear them because you've just completely blocked yourself out from being open to it. So that's really what your future self is saying. Like, be open at least to other people's opinions. Like, other people know what they're doing too, okay? I feel like you really trust yourself. Like, you really are grounded, and you have a vision. You definitely have a vision for yourself, but it's like, allow other people to help you. Allow other people to help you get to this vision. Allow other people to possibly, what's the word? Allow people to, I don't want to say mingle, or I guess mix. Allow your ideas to mix with other people's ideas and just see where that takes you. Collaboration, you know, and also just respect of like other artists or other people's passions, you know. Show them the respect so they can also return it. So the advice, this is some pretty weird advice, but I mean, it is kind of making sense here. With the 10 of Cups, honestly, I am getting for some of you guys, like, the advice is like there could be some healing that needs to be taking place in your family, in your home environment. If you live with roommates or if you live with family, there's just some healing that needs to be done, because I am seeing like you guys might be struggling with like happiness, and that's, you know, that's like a red flag. Like, what's wrong with me, you know? Why do I feel like this? And I feel like it's just, there's something to do with like a family dynamic, or maybe the communication when it comes to your family. Like, some of you guys, I don't know, are just really feeling like emotionally unsatisfied. And I keep hearing it's because of family. Let me just like open the deck. The High Priestess. Okay, so like a lot of you guys that are watching, you already know what I'm talking about. I feel like for me as the reader, it's kind of hard to know if I'm hitting the mark here all the time, but with the High Priestess, I feel like you guys definitely know what this is. Whatever this is, whatever this unhappiness, this could honestly be like a relationship if you're living with your partner. Like, it feels like your home life, whatever your home life looks like, whether it's family, roommates, you live with your partner, it's just something is not working. Something is not working when it comes to your home life. And I feel like you guys know, you already know what this is. 2 of Swords in reverse underneath that, but it's like you feel very indecisive. You feel like you cannot make a decision. I feel like you guys feel very stuck where you are. And honestly, we also had at the bottom of the deck, we have a 3 of Cups in reverse. So that, to me, this can indicate like bitchiness, gossip. This can indicate like fake friendships, people who pretend like you're friends to your face, but then it's like they're two-faced. So that could also be affecting. Like there's something about like your social life might not be where you want it to be, because it feels like you are lacking a little bit of love. It's like you're such a giving person and you have so much potential here to grow, but it's almost like when it comes to like your relationships, your friendships, your family, your partnerships, it's like there's something here that is leaving you a little bit empty, a little bit deflated, unsatisfied. So it could be like toxic friendships. Either way, like whatever this is, like you guys know, High Priestess, like you guys already know what this is. Like I don't need to sit here and tell you what it is because you guys already know. But I think that this is also what the reason it's coming through as advice is because I think your future self wants you to really focus on this and try to transmute this or try to change this in your life. They're wanting you to try your best here to change this because what it's doing is actually affecting your creative ideas. This could even be people taking your ideas as well, like people around you taking your ideas, and that's like maybe you don't feel safe and to be open with your ideas, your creative ideas, your passions. But yeah, I feel like whatever this, like you might not realize this, but it's like the reason you're not creating in the way that I feel like you could, the reason you haven't had inspiration or ideas, you've been feeling like creatively blocked, you might not even realize it, but it's because of these relationships, because of this social aspect here. I feel like you're not happy in terms of the social aspect, and what you don't realize is like that's actually affecting your creativity, your passion for life here. Very interesting. Very interesting, future self. Like you might not realize, but it actually has to do with like you haven't made time to celebrate or to party or to hang out with people that are actually loved ones and have like good intentions for you. Because I'm just getting this 3 of Cups feels very nasty, okay? And I feel like if it's not like specific people, if this isn't like specific nasty people in your life, like this is just because you haven't been celebrating or partying or hanging out with your friends. Like you might be neglecting that aspect of yourself, maybe because you're working so hard or you're focused on your finances, your coin. You might be just so focused on that full moon, on like that perfect version of yourself, that you're actually neglecting relationships. But whatever this is, that's the problem. Like your future self wants you to know the problem is the relationships, something with your relationships here. So we pulled some more advice from your future self, and we pulled the pig spirit. So pig spirit, use your mind wisely. It says, pig spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When pig spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you already know. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow pig spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. Aw, so your future self is really like hyping you up. Like they're like trying to tell you like you are so intelligent. But it's like you have to make sure you're using it wisely. And I do love that it mentioned like, you know, nudging us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues here. Because it's like, yes, like they want you to just consider other people's opinions, at least hear them out, you know, hear them out, gather that data. Okay. Like even if it doesn't fit with what you already known or what you've done your entire life, it's like still give it a chance. Try to see if there's value to it at all. Hear them out, be open at least. But yeah, they're basically just hyping you up, saying you're intelligent, capable of clear-minded thinking. And I just love that it says like reliable. I feel like that's definitely a message. Like your future self is like, thank you so much for being reliable, for coming through. For staying grounded and getting work done. Let's get some self-care oracles here. So we do have connect with crystals. So your future self would like you to connect with crystals. Maybe I just heard sleeping with it under your pillowcase. Also, there is something with meditation because we've got the cycle. She's in that like lotus position, and then over here she's also sitting crisscross. So I'm just getting like that energy as well of like sitting still, connecting with crystals, possibly meditating, especially at times where you don't feel like that full moon boost of like energy, where you're not feeling your like best self. It's like that's when you need to like sit down with yourself and hear your inner thoughts, your inner dialogue. We also connect with fire. Yes, this makes so much sense because the Page of Wands, like this is what they want you to focus on, is like tuning more into this Page of Wands energy. Fire, passion, creativity. This could even mean like bonfires or like literally like burning stuff, like pyromania. Okay. Like I don't know, I just feel like they just want you to have more fun. And as I'm saying that, I see dance at the bottom. So some of you guys need to get out there, go dancing. Go dancing, get out there, have fun, spend time with friends, celebrate. We also have sound healing. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from the Rebel Oracle. Curse. We got one. There we go. Uh-oh. We got one that fell on the ground. Okay. Where'd you go, buddy? Okay, the one that fell on the ground. Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. And I feel like this is honestly when it comes to like other people's like opinions or other people like trying to like tell you things, it's like you might kind of be like, like I don't want to hear it. So it's like they're just wanting you to like see your own strength and to not get into like a victim mentality here. We also have believe what you see, face reality, or live in fucking la la land, choose bravely. And I feel like this really has to do with like possibly like the toxic friendships in your life, This could also be about like facing the fact that you have been kind of closed off to possibly collaborating with other people or other people's opinions. It's like, you know, it's time to kind of like admit it. It's time, you know, or, you know, face reality here, so that other people's opinions are valid and they might even help you at the end of the day. So we do have take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1, okay, maybe 2, and move on. So I'm not sure what this is about. Like, this might have to do with like this 10 of Cups, like emotional dissatisfaction, whatever it is, you know, whether it's this like friendship or whatever home environment. It's like they want you to like also like admit that this sucks. They want you to just kind of be like, look, we know that you are hurting. Your future self wants you to know you are hurting, and like it's okay if you need to like go out, take a shot or 2, dance the whole night. You know, like don't overdo it. Don't take 12 here. Like don't freaking self-sabotage now. But like they just want you to at least celebrate, at least find some joy, make some new friendships, like make some new connections with when it comes to like friends. And like, I don't know, like I was about to say, I feel like you've been hurt before, and then I look down and we have they broke your heart. Fuck them. So I don't know what this is about. Like this could be about a relationship. I feel like whatever it is that's like this home environment is kind of crumbling. It's like it breaks your heart. It really does break your heart. It could be about this 3 of Cups here. But it's like your future self is like, don't let this one heartache, don't let these people, this heartache, whatever it is that's making you unhappy, like don't let that ruin your ability to go out there, have fun, have some drinks, make new friends. It's like, accept that you had to go through that cycle so that you could kind of see what wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. It's time to make room, clear that out. They broke your heart, fuck them. Believe what you see. Like don't go back and be like, well, maybe they didn't mean it, you know. Don't give too much. 6 of Pentacles. You are a very generous giving person. Don't let anybody take advantage of that. So I'm just gonna leave it off with one more card. We are gonna pull from the Angel Messages Oracle card, but I'm actually gonna try to see. This is going to be like a message directly from your future self. So if it mentions anything about like guardian angels, like just, you know that your future self's probably just protective. But like I'm gonna try to see if they'll give you like a direct message from your future self. Beautiful. I'm gonna read the bottom too, because you guys, look at you. Oh my gosh, you drive me crazy. Like, because the colors, first of all, once again, we got like some corresponding colors going on, and now we have 2. This was bottom of the deck over here, and same color. So you guys are you guys might honestly struggle with like OCD or like some level of perfectionism, but yeah, the colors coming through. So this is what your future self wants you to know. Trust. You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God Spirit's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. And I love that so much. Like your future self is just like, trust, this situation will evolve. It does have a purpose. There's a bigger picture to this whole situation. And they're like, if you're scared or nervous, like just please meditate, tap in to Spirit's healing energy, and just trust that they're taking care of it. Well, I mean, you're taking care of it. Spirit's taking care of it. Everything's going to heal in ways you never thought possible. I love that so much. So last but not least, bottom of the deck underneath, courage. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Yes. Yes, I love it when the message is so clear. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. I love that. Okay, pile number 2. I really enjoyed your reading and I hope that you did too. If you did, go ahead, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. And until next time, I am sending you love, light, protection, and blessings. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 3. If you picked the green adventurine crystal, as well as the green butterfly. And I just hope you guys know, I told pile 2 as well, it's like I'll grab all the butterflies and I'll literally like sprinkle them over the pile, and whichever one they land next to, that's their pile. So this whole green coordination thing was a total accident. Totally spirit, totally not planned. So let's go ahead and jump right into the reading. We're gonna kind of just look at this card first up to kind of see what messages are coming through from your future self. This might even kind of be how they're seeing you, or what you'll become. So we're gonna keep it pretty open with this card. We have priorities. Priorities, wow. Focus on what truly matters to you. And you is capitalized. So like your future self is coming for you. They're like, it is time to get our priorities straight. We have the number 4 here as well. So that to me just also emphasizes like becoming grounded, becoming stable. And I feel like by focusing on what's truly important to you, that's going to help you stabilize, help you become more and more grounded every day. We're going to be using the Star Power Tarot. You can find it on Etsy. So I'm just going to shuffle about 6 times here. Just going to clear the energy. That was 4. 5. Uh-oh. We dropped some. Man down, man down. Alright, we're gonna do one more. Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Ooh. So we're just going to pull from the top. We're going to look at your present self. We have the Lovers in reverse. We're going to look at what your future self would like to thank you for. We have number 3. Your future self wants you to focus on. Number 4. What your future self wants you to cut off. And last but not least, advice from your future self. We're going to get some clarification for that one. The Knight of Wands. Okay. All right, I'm so sorry, pile number 3. I am getting some crappy messages, I'm not going to lie. Wow, with 6 of Wands in reverse at the bottom. Okay. So first of all, they wanted to start this reading off. Your future self wanted to start it off with hyping you up. I feel like this really shows you at your best. This shows you when you are fully prioritized, when you're prioritizing your passions, your love. when you're prioritizing being a good leader, a good example, when you're prioritizing the warmth within yourself and how you can spread that to other souls around you. Like, I really get this energy of like, this is you at your peak, this is you at your highest, this is you at your ascended version, okay? Like, this is like, some of you guys might definitely be fire signs, okay? But just overall, like, this is just a passionate, benevolent, creative, sexy, okay, I will say sexy, and doesn't matter what gender, but like, this is very sensual, sexual as well. It's like, it's just glowing, okay? Just a very glowing energy. Some of you guys might also like be painters, because she has all of those brushes in her hair, and she has it, and you can see the splotches in the back. Also well educated with the books here. Well educated, priorities, focus on what truly matters to you. I feel like, before I even get to this, because I've already get the gist of this message, and I feel like your future self wants to be careful with this, because they know how much you care about your relationships. So I'm trying to really tiptoe around it, but it's like, at the end of the day, they're just really wanting you to prioritize yourself, nobody else. They want you to prioritize you. And I've always lived with the logic of, you are responsible for your own happiness, and the more and more you take responsibility for that happiness, it allows the people in your life who love you and respect you, it allows them more peace of mind, it allows them to not worry about you, it allows them to have freedom to focus on their own happiness as well. So to me, it's just always made sense, like, if you are responsible to make yourself happy at the end of the day. It's not up to your family, it's not up to your friends, it's not up to your partner, and vice versa. Like, nobody should depend on you to make them happy either, and you shouldn't depend on anybody else to make you happy. Especially what I'm seeing here is a very strong, independent person. So it's like, knowing that you can definitely be this version of yourself. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this pile 3, and I'm really sorry if this is catching you off guard, and I feel like, honestly, this might not resonate with everybody who picks pile 3. So I am actually suggesting, like, for those of you who this is just not going to resonate with, you need to go back, pick a different pile, because this feels very much based around, I'm gonna say it, an imbalanced, toxic relationship. I'm just gonna put it out there, like, how they're seeing you, how your future self is seeing you at the moment, is the Lovers in reverse. They're seeing you as not very balanced, especially when it comes to your feminine and masculine energies. Like, one might definitely be dominating the other. And I actually heard feminine, like the feminine for a lot of you guys here is completely dominating your masculine. And I think your masculine energy is like, can we please prioritize? Like, can we please get organized? Can we please get logical here? But it's like your feminine energy is really devoted to chaos. Okay, like, I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, if this isn't resonating, go back, pick a different pile, because this is specifically for the people, like this is such a clear message. Like, I know that this needs to be said for some people, so if it's not resonating, go back. But for the people here who are still sticking with me, your chaotic energy is like, it's not even your chaotic energy, it's your feminine energy. You're allowing your feminine to completely, I feel like, dominate. For some of you guys, okay, it might be the masculine, but I'm getting more so the feminine. Like, you're allowing your feminine nature to be chaotic and emotional and it feels a little bit manipulative as well. I don't think that's your intention, but I think that that's how it's coming out, because you're favoring all this like chaotic, unbalanced energy. You're allowing this, and your future self wants you to recognize that you are allowing this imbalance to continue. Like I said, I feel like it's your masculine here who's like, please, can we get our priorities straight? Can we focus on what truly matters here? Because I feel like you, honestly, what I was getting right away is like a lot of you guys here are completely focused on a relationship as well. It's like a lot of you guys here, just all you want is to make this relationship work. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not working out. It's like, I'm not saying forever, you know, I'll never say that because energy is constantly changing. But I think the way your future self is seeing you currently is stuck in some kind of karmic, toxic relationship where it's like you guys might be trauma bonded, like you guys might be really stuck together, even when it's just like so obvious. I feel like it's really obvious to you, like your subconscious, like you know that this isn't working. You know that this isn't fair, this isn't balanced. Like one of you guys might be putting in a lot more work, one of you guys might be like sabotaging this connection as well. Like I'm just getting this energy of like self-sabotage, like maybe both of you guys do this. Sorry, it's a very intense energy. That's why I'm like, whew, I was not prepared. I was not prepared for this. But yeah, your future self is coming in hot to say it's time to look at this. It is time to stop ignoring this. There's some kind of imbalance, and this could be one or the other, where it's like this is just about you and your energies within are imbalanced. You know, your masculine, your feminine here. It's like there's just something where one of them is taking the lead and the other one is being dragged along. But for some of you guys, this is all about a relationship. Just some kind of unbalanced, like I just keep wanting to say toxic, and I really hate like labeling things toxic, but like, hey, if that's the word that consistently is getting brought to my mind here, I'm gonna say it. The Lovers in reverse. It's like, it might have felt like it was like divinely guided too. Like, I feel like there's an intense connection here. It is like, it's very strong, it's very intense. There's a lot of chemistry, a lot of emotions that run high. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's not bringing you into any place of harmony. If anything, it's leaving you in this energy of disharmony, and I feel like it's becoming harder and harder for you to find like peace of mind. And so what your future self wants to thank you for is the Two of Cups in reverse, which honestly is basically to me like the baby lovers card. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. But basically it's like they want to thank you for, in my opinion, what I immediately felt when I first pulled it out was you breaking up with this person, or you finally saying like, this connection is not an equal give and take. Honestly, what I am feeling and I'm hearing as well, one of the people in this connection, they do not love themselves. And I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's the other person. Like, honest to God, I don't know, but I keep getting this energy of like, somebody here does not love themselves. Somebody's cup is completely empty. Two of Cups. And it's like, there's a union here, and it's like, when you come together in the union, somebody's cup is dead ass empty. It's like completely drained, completely empty. And it's like, whoever that person is, they keep relying on their partner to like try to fill them up. They keep relying on this person or this partner, or maybe it could also be like, I don't want to go there, but like I said, like if it's not a relationship, you know, you could be turning to other things to make yourself feel better, okay? To fill up your own cup. If it's not a person, like for a lot of you, I feel like it's a person. For a lot of you, I feel like it's like, I just keep seeing this dynamic of somebody who does not love themselves, somebody whose cup is completely empty, and the other person, I feel like they're pretty normal. Like, I mean, not whatever, what is normal? But I feel like they're very much like their cup is full. They do have a healthy amount of self-respect, a healthy amount of love, self-love for themselves. But it's like they're being completely sucked dry or drained by this other person who is failing to bring to the table self-love. Especially with this being like the twins here, like two of the same energies, like what your future self wants to thank you for is you loving yourself, okay? You learning to love yourself. Like if you're resonating with being the person that is struggling to love yourself, like that's what they want to thank you for, is like working on this, focusing on this, healing this. For some of you, this is your future self coming through to say thank you for breaking up with that person, for getting out of this toxic connection, this relationship. I feel like it feels very intense. It feels like, sorry about that guys, got interrupted. Like it just overall feels like a toxic relationship. It just feels like a karmic relationship, and it sucks because it's so intense. Like we literally have the Lovers here, we have the Two of Cups here, so it shows that the connection was like very intense. There was a lot of emotions, and I feel like arguments, I feel like also like there was a lot of one person taking and one person giving. One person was taking so much and the other person was just trying to give, trying to give, trying to give. And it's just like this cycle over and over again. It's like I feel like you guys both got very comfortable here, but it's like your future self is coming in to be like, I understand that you might be comfortable here, but I'm forcing you to look at this. I'm forcing you to say, like, the Lovers in reverse, this isn't good for you. Two of Cups in reverse, this is double confirmation now that this is about a relationship and that this isn't healthy, it's not balanced. Your future self wants to thank you for getting out of this connection. They want you to get out of this. Like that's really, like I'm not telling you what to do, it's your life, you know, do what you gotta do, but that's really what I'm getting, is like the best thing for you to do is to pull out of this. Pull out of it. Especially if you are the one who is struggling with self-love, because you're not really loving that person back. You might think you are, but like really, I feel like you could possibly really be draining that other person that you're claiming to love so much. You're taking so much more than you realize. And so, like I said, this doesn't have to be forever. Like, energy is always changing. And especially if you're the one who's having trouble loving yourself, then it's almost like if you were to go on your own journey, really focus on this, really work on healing and filling up your cup, maybe you can come back and have a balanced union. You know, it kind of makes it easier because you're the one that has to do the healing. If it's the other person who's constantly taking, if it's the other person who's not putting in the equal amount of work, that's a little bit more tough because you can't control them. You can't force them to do their healing. All you can do really is walk away. So to move on, what they want you to focus on, we have the Six of Swords. What they want you to focus on is moving to calmer waters, getting your peace back, moving away from conflict, moving away from trouble, moving away from toxic relationships, moving away from hard times, struggles. Like your future self wants you to enter into a state of peace, a state of, I just wanted to say restoration. Like they just want you to feel like you can restore what's been kind of broken here. And I feel like it's been broken for a while, but you might have just not wanted to look at it. But it's like they're, you know, like your future self is trying to comfort you, like with this cat here, especially like for some of you, this is about like finding comfort in all living creatures, like animals. I feel like animal therapy might honestly really benefit some of you guys out there. If this was a really bad relationship, like a really bad breakup, especially, like your future self just wants you to please like focus on moving to calmer waters, focus on your healing, focus on your peace. You deserve it. They want you to prioritize, focus on what truly matters to you. Find comfort within animals, within other living creatures here. Let it rain for a while as well. It's okay to not be okay, you know? It's okay to be in this state of, this hurts, this sucks, I thought this was the one, I thought this was my soulmate. But here I am having to separate, having to literally move away. The Six of Swords is a movement card as well. So this could be, you might have to move out of your place if you're living with this person. You might have to, you might have to move. You might have to literally physically move away. That's what they want you to focus on, getting away, moving to somewhere calmer, moving to somewhere more peaceful, more tranquil. Somewhere more comforting as well, with the kitty here, like the cat just sticking out so much. Like they just want you to find comfort on what truly matters to you. Let it rain, let it rain. It's okay to be in this pain. It's going to pass, but it's like you have to get away from it first, or how else are you going to start this healing process? What does your future self want you to cut off? And we have the Five of Wands. This is arguments. This is conflict. This is competition. Your future self wants you to stop allowing these arguments to take place. They want you to stop entertaining conflict. Walk away from it. Your future self is asking you to also stop comparing yourself. They want you to cut off comparison. They want you to cut off arguments. They want you to cut off conflicts. Like, I feel like in the past, for some of you here, you might have given a lot of energy into like competing, into fighting. Like, I'm getting a very fiery energy. This like Queen of Wands here. Like, you guys might have really embraced that fiery, competitive, angry Mars version of yourself. But your future self is asking you to cut it off. Your future self is literally asking you to cut off this part of you that needs to fight, that needs to compete. It's like, this is taking from your ability to prioritize what truly matters to you, because you're so focused on fighting, you're so focused on competing, you're so focused on other people, like your interactions with other people. I feel like a lot of you guys here, you just want to win. Okay, I just heard that. I want to win, you know, kind of energy. Like, you're so focused on like beating the people around you, or fighting with the people around you, or being right, that it's like this has to stop because it's not allowing you to prioritize what's important at this moment, which in my opinion, what's important is you getting the heck out of the situation. And I feel like for some of you guys here, it's like maybe you've tried to like communicate with this person, or you've tried to like start conversations that like it's like you want healing, you know what I mean? And it's like I was saying in the beginning, it almost feels like this might even be your more like feminine nature. Oddly enough, it's coming through as like feminine, but like where it's like you're entertaining this chaos. Like, look at the devil horns, like, you know, like entertaining all of this chaotic energy, this conflict, this competition, like, and look how this like other person is like coming out of them. It's like you're giving your power away by allowing these situations to perpetuate. So the advice here is the Empress in reverse. The advice here is to stop giving in to your feminine chaotic energy. Give yourself some more space to be in more of a masculine energy, which to me, masculine energy is all about taking action. It's all about, I think of the Emperor, okay? So control, routine, logic, structure. That's the energy that your future self is like asking you to focus on, rather than this Empress in reverse, which is very like, in my opinion, like, how do I even explain the Empress in reverse? Like, just very toxic femininity, very much like blocked off creativity as well. This to me, I feel like an energy of jealousy. I get an energy of like cattiness. I get an energy of like chaos, okay? So it's like your future self, the advice here is to stop allowing that energy to run the show. It has to become a healthy balance between your masculine, your Emperor energy, where it's like there's still structure here, there's still routine, there's still logic behind my actions. It's not just all like driven by this very feminine, chaotic energy. We also have the Knight of Wands in reverse to clarify. And that to me, honestly, I am getting this for a lot of you here. This is your partner. Might be a fire sign. Okay, but this Knight of Wands, like, I feel like this person is unreliable. I feel like this person is possibly even a player. Like, this person might not be somebody who's completely 100% loyal. Like, this person, honestly, like, the Knight of Wands in reverse, like, they're just so impulsive and so, like, they don't care who they're gonna burn at the end of the day. Like, they don't care. They're just focused on having fun, having a good time, and living their energetic youth, you know? So it's like, I feel like, honestly, like, to clarify, it's like, what is making you so chaotic? What is making you feel like dispowered? What's the word? Disempowered? Disempowered. Like, what is making you, what is taking away your Empress energy here? And to me, the clarification of this being the Knight of Wands is definitely makes sense. Like, some of you guys might be dating somebody who's really selfish, who doesn't have your best interest at heart. Like, they don't care if they're going to end up burning you. And that might be what's causing the imbalance. That's why you need to move away, etc. Like, it just all really is lining up. Underneath that, we also have the Six of Wands in reverse. So this is, you know, lack of recognition. This can represent failure. This can represent things not working out. Okay, this is things not working out as planned. So I'm just, yeah, like, I feel like your future self is like, you're like, I feel like they know that you're going to look at this as if it's a loss. You're going to look at this as if this is a failure. You're going to look at this like you're going to be extremely hard on yourself. But what you're not seeing is like the manipulation, like the emotional manipulation that's going on here. Like it's not healthy for either of you. Four of Wands. It's not good for your stability, which comes right back to the number 4 that we pulled at the very beginning with priorities. Focus on what truly matters to you. Like this 4 of Wands, this is crumbling. This is why this has to crumble, because it's not built on a stable foundation. It's not built on structure and logic. It needs to crumble. It needs to fail. Your future self is telling you this needs to fail in order for you to reach the next chapter, in order for you to reach a new height. I don't know. In order for you to basically heal and move past this whole situation, whatever this situation is, like this has to fail, because A, it's not good for you, and B, it's completely destabilizing you. And it could be just because it might not even be that this person in specific is toxic. Like this could honestly be your energy, where you're careless, where you don't care who you burn, where you are being selfish and a player, and you might entertain multiple people. Like that could be you, honestly. And it might just be the fact that because you're so focused on the wrong things, because you're so focused on the wrong things, that could be the problem here. Like it might not even be another person, right? It might be you. Like you're just so focused on things that don't matter. Priorities. You might be prioritizing the wrong things. All right, we have Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. It is in reverse. So there is a protection message in the book. It says, are you holding on to anger, jealousy, or resentment because you got stung? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? There will always be someone else who is more successful, happier, thinner, richer, etc. Jealousy is the false belief that you can't have what you want, or someone could take away something that was supposed to be yours. Let it go and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger has been removed. Wasp Spirit has woken you up, and now you are called to trust that disappointment can lead you to a different and better path. Align with Spirit now and trust that this too shall pass, and is already doing so. For the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. Yes, this is about you standing up to this pain. This is about you standing up and saying, I'm no longer going to be a victim to this situation. I refuse to sit in this pain. I refuse to sit in this disappointment. I know for a fact that this disappointment, this pain, it's leading me to a new, better path. And I'm able to release this easily. And I'm also able to stop comparing myself, stop being so jealous, stop being so competitive, honestly. So let's do some self-care. What's some self-care your future self wants you to implement? What is the self-care your future self wants you to implement? We have energy work. Yes, I feel like your energy definitely needs some attention. Like whatever the situation is, whatever you're in at the moment, like this is just totally creating like, what's the word? Like energy blockages. this situation this is taking more than it's giving to you. This situation is just taking so much more. Like it's literally messing up your energy. Okay, I saw health checkup, but there was too many cards, so some of you guys might need to be going to the doctor just to get a checkup. All right, we do have family. So this could have to do with family, healing family dynamics, healing family relationships. Maybe you blame your family for imbalances in your life and your energy. We also have nourish your temple. I'm hearing eating greens. I'm hearing eating things that will help your energy balance back out, will help you feel good physically. We also have at the bottom, spend time with animals. What was I saying? Like animal therapy here might be very beneficial. Next, we're gonna pull from the Rebel Oracle. Okay, so we got 5. Okay, we got 6 actually. The other piles only got 4, but I'm giving you guys like 6. So first up, we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. Your future self is calling you out so hard. Stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Yes, queen. Next up, we have don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking alone time. And you know why. Sorry, I'm like low-key a little bit dyslexic. You need some fucking time alone and you know why. Like exactly, like stop focusing, stop looking at this person, get rid of this other person, cut this other person off, get them out of here. It's time to spend some time alone. We also have time to let go. I can't make this up, guys. Move the fuck on, okay? A little harsh, future self. A little harsh, but like this is like, you know what I mean? Like I was struggling so hard at the beginning because I'm like, I wasn't trying to do like a love-focused reading, and it still came up. Like there's still people out there who need to hear this. So it's time to let go. It's time to stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. It's time to spend some time alone. This is all from your future self. Winning, yes. You've got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. I feel like if your energy were to get balanced again, just so many blessings could come in. We have drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Okay, and last but not least, we have some good shit is about to happen. Yes, don't let your issues fuck it up. Wow. Sorry, my brain is just like trying to figure out how to do this to where the colors look at least decent. Like winning and good shit, like that's what I'm saying. It's like if you were to just release this, focus on your energy. You have this Queen of Wands potential here, but it's like you keep holding on to your ego. You keep holding on to like putting on a front, putting on a mask. It's like, I feel like so many of you here, all you want is to win. Like all you want is to win. That's your biggest goal here. And that's why you're competitive. That's why you're not allowing yourself to like let this relationship go, because I feel like you feel like you're like you failed it to some degree, like it's your fault it didn't work out or something. It's like you're just so focused on winning at any cost. But it's like if you were to drop the ego here, if you were to do some healing, if you were to stop relying so heavily on this like chaotic energy, I just feel like blessings would be pouring into your lap. tough, pile 3. I'm so sorry you guys had to deal with this, but we will pull one more card here. This is going to be a direct message from your future self. What do they wish they could tell you? What do they wish they could tell you? And this is the Angel Oracle deck, so if it says anything about God or guardian angels, I do apologize, but I'm trying here to channel like direct messages from your future self. All right, we have conflict. Go figure. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should do. A little spicy here. Bottom of the deck, I will read that as well. Last but not least, encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love, through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. Like, this is the version of yourself they want you to step into, like this very loving, encouraging, like Empress. Like, you have that Empress power within you, but there's just all of this conflict here that's still lingering. And I love that it says like this has been suppressed, because I feel like they're really having to bring this to your attention. They're really forcing you to look at it. Like, that's what I kept hearing in my head. It's like, we're forcing you to look at this. You can't look away. Like, you could always turn the video off, but... So that's all the time that I have for you, pile 3. I'm sending you so much love, light, protection, and healing, blessings, all of the above. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. And until next time, sending you so much love. Bye, pile 3. Hi, pile number 4. If you guys picked the petrified wood stone, I love this stone so much. You have great taste. You also picked the bright yellow butterfly. A lot of positive energy, a lot of grounded energy. So we have a card here. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal this. This is gonna be just like the first message from your future self. This could also be kind of, it's either how they're seeing you or how they want you to see them, like as your future self. So let's go ahead and see the reveal. We have waning gibbous. Turn inwards. It totally says inwards, but we're gonna pretend it says inwards because I love this deck and I've never noticed a typo before. So wow, waning gibbous. Turn inwards. So right off the bat, your future self really is asking you to do some introspection, which, big surprise, like, of course yourself wants you to do self-reflection, right? But what I'm getting is like, they're also asking you to start generating more hope. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's that bright star in her hands, and I'm just getting like that star is in your hands. And to me, the star in tarot represents hope, represents a guiding light, a wish, right? And it's like your dreams, your hope, they're in your hands. It's up to you, okay? Like, your future self is really relying on you heavily here, like to turn inwards, to do some self-reflection. Like, I'm not sure what the self-reflection is just yet. We only have one card out, but like it has to do with, I feel like, your dreams, your hope, your wishes here, and like relying on yourself to get these things done. Relying on yourself here. So I'm going to shuffle the deck here. I'm going to shuffle it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. Number 6 here. So we're just going to pull from the top here. So right off the bat, what does your present self look like? We have the Lovers upright. Sorry, I'm laughing. It's just pile 3 just pulled this, but it was reversed. So I'm like, woo, big energy shift. So this is your current self. So what does your future self want to thank you for? Okay. What does your future self want you to focus on? What does your future self want you to cut off? And last but not least, what is the advice? Okay, interesting. We're gonna pull, okay. I love this message, cool. Awesome to end off on a pretty chill note. Oh, we have the Devil at the bottom of the deck. And it's funny, as I was shuffling, the only card I saw while I was shuffling was the Devil in reverse. So now it's here upright. What is this about? Page of Swords. Okay. It feels like a fear of communication. But we'll get there. Because first of all, your future self here just wants you to recognize what an incredible person you are. Okay? Like, seriously, like, they feel like you are so balanced, that you have a healthy energy of masculine and feminine. Honestly, like, a lot of you guys here might even resonate with being non-binary, because it just feels like such a healthy connection between the male, not the male, the feminine and the masculine energies. Like, it's kind of outrageous, like the amount of balance that I'm feeling coming from you. It's like you guys really know that and understand that if either of these energies were imbalanced or had too much control, too much emphasis in your life, it's like it wouldn't bring you the happiness that you desire. Like, I feel like it would also bring instability into your life. So I feel like for a lot of you here, you have to some degree reached a level of harmony, a level of peace, balance. You really come to know yourself pretty well. And that's why it was funny, because I'm like, that's what I was getting to, is like, they're wanting you to do some introspection, but it's like, I can't put my finger on it, because I was getting this energy that you already have been doing introspection. I just get, you guys are very level-headed. You guys are very spiritually protected as well. And also, you're very loving. Okay, like, you guys just have a really big, huge, open heart. And I feel like because you're stable, because you're balanced, you're able to provide like a loving space for the people around you. You're able to be this lover to the people in your life. Also, this bright yellow, especially because you guys picked this yellow butterfly, has to do with the solar plexus chakra, which is all about confidence and knowing yourself. So I feel like you guys, the way your future self is seeing you at the moment is just like very involved with self-respect, self-love, balance, like your future self is coming through to just let you know, like, you're doing a great job. And that for those of you who are like, I'm not confident, I'm not loving, you know, I know that there's some of you guys out here who just who are ready to deny any compliments. It's like, that's what your future self is coming through. It's like, you deserve to hear these good things about yourself because you've been doing a really amazing job. I'm just smiling because I'm seeing some imagery in the other cards, and it's like perfect. Give me 1 sec though, I do need to go to the bathroom. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, what does your future self want to thank you for? And we have justice in reverse. So what your future self wants to thank you for is for literally fighting injustice. Like, I don't know what kind of superheroes picked pile number 4, but your future self is here to like thank you for, I feel like you have balanced the scales somehow in your life. I don't know if this was like a decision you had to make to possibly like move away from somebody, or to cut somebody out of your life, or to cut some kind of injustice out of your life. But either way, it's like your future self is so thankful that you did this. I just heard you you were able to right a wrong, or like I said, like you were just able to get away from, I feel like, people that blocked your blessings. I just heard blocked your blessings, because there's all of these doorways behind this person here, like so many doorways, and I just feel like this person, whoever this is blocking it. So I feel like your future self is just like, thank you for removing those blockages. Thank you for removing those people that were trying to get in the way of me and being free and having endless possibilities as well. I just feel like, yeah, they're just really grateful that you have a like a healthy, balanced moral compass. Like, they're so thankful that you, like, it's like you know right from wrong, and then you're also able to implement that knowing into your life. It's like you have set boundaries. You're not going to allow anybody to not play fair, or not play by the rules, or not, you know, or do injustice to you or other people around you. It's like you have a very strong justice scale. what is the word? You have a really beautiful sense of justice, and like perpetuating that as well. Like, I just get like strong boundaries. Like, you're not going to just allow people to come in and play by their own rules and just like do whatever they want. So yeah, your future self is just wanting to thank you for cutting out things that were not fair to you, things that were unjust, people that were not fair to you, people that were unjust to you, people who blocked you from your potential here as well. So moving on, what does your future self want you to focus on? And we have temperance. And what I was laughing at earlier was there's all of these tiny yin and yang symbols completely covering the back. So when I was just going off on the Lovers card, I'm like, you guys are so balanced. Like, then we literally have the symbol of balance completely surrounding this. I mean, this is what they want you to focus on. So it's like they're wanting you to focus on staying balanced, using a healthy amount of your head and your heart. They want you to focus on patience as well, and also protecting your peace, protecting your tranquility, your peace of mind, and also just patience. Patience keeps coming through very heavily. It's like you have a really good thing going here. Like, you're doing pretty well here, but it's like, I feel like there could be outside outside situations, or outside, what is the word? It's gonna drive me crazy that I can't think of that word. Outside factors. There are outside factors that are that could come in and make you feel like you're either not moving fast enough, or they're trying to like disrupt your peace in some ways. Like, I feel like outside factors have the potential to kind of try you, basically. Like, they're trying you. Like, they want to see if they can see you kind of break, or like not even break, but it's like they want to see you become impatient, or like distrusting that the universe isn't going to take care of you. Like, I don't know, it's like outside factors. This could be outside people, job, parents, whatever it may be, but what they're wanting you to focus on is like staying balanced, staying patient, staying peaceful, keeping your head and heart balanced. Don't let one outweigh the other. Because I just feel like this is gonna be so important in how you operate in the future. Like, I feel like you're gonna operate from a very peaceful, tranquil state of mind, and I feel like if you're allowing outside factors to affect this, then I think that's why they're wanting you to focus on it now. Like, really build this up now. Build up your patience, build up your peace, build up your balance. Like, make it like a fortress. Like, you see how there's just all of these like yin and yang everywhere? I feel like that is like the protection, like the wall of protection. Oh goodness. I think that's all I'm getting from that. I really can't think of anything else. Like, I feel like they're also asking you to like stay balanced in a sense of like work, play, rest, like making sure you're balancing out every aspect of your life, like in terms of like how much are you working, how much are you playing, how much are you resting. Like, they're also wanting you to focus on making sure you're not doing too much of one thing or neglecting one thing as well. So next up, this is what they want you to cut off. And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's just so funny because like this card represents balance, this represents balance, and now this upright, the Two of Pentacles, would represent balance. Very balanced, ability to juggle. With this being in reverse, oh my god, and my brain immediately stuck to that yin and yang that's in this corner. I don't think y'all can see it, but it's so tiny. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse is imbalance. Okay, so what they're wanting you to cut off is, like I was saying, like I was just going into, it's like you might be taking on too many responsibilities. You might be taking on too much, to where it's like you're struggling to like juggle these and keep these balanced. So I feel like they're asking you to really clear out your schedule, make sure that you are prioritizing whatever it is that is being neglected, or whatever it is that is creating any kind of imbalance in your life. Like, that needs to be cut out. Whatever, basically anything that destabilizes you, anything that threatens your balance, anything that threatens your peace, basically it's gotta go. It's gotta go. As well as it's just like, stop saying yes all the time. Like, you don't have to say yes to everything. Like, I feel like people really do rely on you, and they see you as a very capable person, and so they might try to put their responsibilities onto you, or they might just they might expect a lot out of you. Some people might just want to spend time with you. Okay, like I'm hearing like friends like asking you to come out and hang out with them. But it's like, it's okay to say no sometimes. It's like, if you're trying to prioritize like working out, or you're trying to prioritize getting a project done, but it's like your friends ask you to go out. It's like, it's okay to say no to one or the other, to say, okay, I have a few more days I can finish this project. I can say no to the project for tonight, go out with friends, because my social aspect is suffering. You get what I'm saying? It's like really analyzing what needs to be watered and what needs to be like dried out a little bit because it's overwatered. So yeah, any place of imbalance in your life, it's like any focus of imbalance, like your future self is like, please work on that, because I'm seeing like this can be so many things. This could be like you're oversleeping, okay? Like you need to stop sleeping so much. You're overeating, okay? You're undereating. This could be you doing too much at work, okay? Like you keep saying yes at work over and over again, and it's like you're exhausted. You've already worked overtime for the past 4 weeks or something. It's like just learning to say no when you need to, and cutting off anything that is making you feel shaky or like imbalanced, or like you can't juggle everything. It's like if you're juggling too much, it's time to let a ball go. Maybe you can only juggle 3 balls at once. You can't juggle 4. You know what I mean? It's like knowing your limits, knowing how to stay balanced. It's like you're in this balanced space, but it's like your future self is like, all right, now we need to work on maintenance and maintaining this over a long period of time. This is beautiful. Like your future self really respects you. Like I just want to say, like your future self respects you so much. I feel like they see that you had to make certain sacrifices. Like they see that you work so hard to stay balanced. Like, oh, it's beautiful. But let's go ahead and jump into the advice now, because what I'm seeing for the advice here, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. This represents feeling like nobody recognizes your efforts. This is a feeling of failure. This is a feeling of being unsuccessful. This is this is basically, you feeling really down in the dumps, okay? You feeling like you're a failure. You feeling like you're not being recognized for your talents, or maybe all of this hard work that you've put in, you don't feel like it's being recognized. So what the advice is from your future self here is, you can't always win. Like your future self wants you to know that basically on your path to success, you're going to lose a lot. And they want you to be prepared for this. And I think especially that's also why Temperance is coming in as to what they want you to focus on. Because like I was saying, there are things that I feel like are trying to throw you off. There are things that are trying to throw you off balance. There are things that are trying to knock you off your course. And I feel like one of those things might be this looming fear of failure. I feel like you guys struggle really hard with the fear of failure, of not being enough, of not doing enough, of not being recognized, of not getting possibly fame and fortune if that's what you're wanting. It's like you have so many fears that you're not going to succeed. And I feel like because you're putting all that pressure, and also this is about impatience, it's like they're really asking you to be patient and to get some tough skin. Like, I'm gonna be straight up, I think you guys can definitely handle this message. If any of the piles could handle it, I feel like it's definitely pile 4. Like, you guys, you can have success one day, but that doesn't mean that you're not gonna go through the trials and tribulations of failure and being told no and not being recognized and not being seen for the beauty and the talent and the balance that you're able to possess here. I feel like I feel like a lot of the other piles would kill to have this level of balance. So like your future self is really trying to hype you up and tell you you're amazing, you're great, but not everybody's gonna freaking see it. Not everybody's gonna be able to treat you the way you deserve. And also, like, sometimes you're gonna lose, sometimes you're gonna fail. And you have to learn how to be okay with that. You have to learn how to find coping mechanisms. Like if this is really something that gets to you, like if you fail, or if it just feels like, maybe say you upload something or you put something out into the world, or like you turn in a big project at work, or you show something to your parents, and it's like you're just expecting this one reaction. You're expecting them to love it, you're expecting them to praise you, and then all of a sudden it's like they brush it off, or they're like, that's great, like we expected it to be great, you're great. Like, and it's just not what you expected. You know, like it's just not the recognition, it's not the accolades that you were expecting, and that sucks. But it's like, the advice here is to learn some coping mechanisms now, because I feel like the further along you get on your path, the more and more you are working towards success, it's like the more often this is going to happen, you know, rejection and failure is going to happen. So it's like they're just really trying to get you to like get a tough skin now, get some tough skin now, learn how to deal with when people say no, learn how to deal with when people reject you, learn how to deal with the no. Learn how to self-soothe, learn how to find coping mechanisms that make you feel better and that remind you of just how amazing you are without needing that external validation. Stop relying on the external validation. Turn inwards, yes. Like what was I saying? I was like, it's in your hands. This wish, this dream is in your hands. And so who cares if certain people reject you? Who cares if they don't like it, or if they're not recognizing you for your brilliance at this time? Like, who cares? It's about, how do you see yourself? How are you going to continue presenting yourself? How are you going to continue to love on yourself and stay balanced? Because truly, this balance that you have created has come from self-love. That's why it's so respectable. Because you love yourself so much that you're telling yourself, I need to make sure that my head and heart are equal. I need to make sure I'm balanced. I need to give myself the stability. That's come from your own self-love and your own self-worth. So you deserve to be proud. You've gotten this far. You're doing amazing, sweetie. But this fear of rejection, this fear of failure, you know, all it's going to do is make you anxious. 8 of Swords in reverse. All it's going to do is take away from your mental stability here. But the advice is to overcome this, to overcome your anxiety, overcome your fear of failure, overcome your fears. This is about building mental strength. This is about building mental, like, durability. Like, this is, they're wanting you to be, your future self wants you to be durable in the long run. Like, this is not going to be the only time where you're going to feel like a failure, where you're going to feel like people are just not recognizing you or appreciating you. This isn't going to be the only time. So they're asking you, please grow a tough skin, learn how to self-soothe, learn how to help cope with this feeling of rejection and anxiety that comes with putting yourself out there and still going towards that dream that you have. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil. So to me, like I was saying, it's like there is still, bottom of the deck, it's like shadow energy. What you're not seeing is like you still are allowing certain fears to control you. So there still is a need to overcome those fears and to really focus on them and you know, dive deep. Like I was saying, like there's some, I feel like there was some shadow work or self-reflection, and I feel like this is what it is. It's like learning how to control your fears of rejection, your fears of not even your fears of rejection, and also the need for validation from others, because I feel like that is probably one of the only things here really that is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you caged. Underneath that, we do have the Page of Swords. So I was saying, like, there could also be like a fear of communication, where it's like you're scared to kind of, like, some of you guys might be scared to learn how to better communicate. Some of you guys are scared how to be a student again when it comes to, like, possibly like language, like the power of language here. 5 of Cups. See, like, there's just such a dependence on, will other people accept me? Will other people embrace me? Will other people love me? Will other people end up leaving me? It's like we've got to stop. We got to get away from that fear, those fears here, because the right people will love you. The right people will see your brilliance. And anything saying otherwise is just your fear controlling you. Okay, well, I think that was a pretty strong message. Like, I have no idea what else to say, because, wow. Because we've got some, like, what? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So, like, this could be, like, a big deal for you. Like, this might be something, like, this might be new energy that you're finally kind of dipping your toes into, and it's like your spiritual team is just like, well, your future self here is like, trust me, please, like, you're doing amazing. It's just like there are a few kinks that still need to be worked out here. We have Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation with the number 6. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Is like they're trying to get you to build this foundation, not even a foundation, build this thick skin, build this balance, like this impenetrable ability to stay balanced, to stay calm, to stay patient. That's what they want you to focus on. And now we have build or lay a solid foundation, for real. All right, number 6. So 6 to me is also a number about unconditional love. It says, Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world... All right, 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. So you can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably, what have I been like, If you build on a sturdy foundation, keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with Spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. Like, you're on the right path. Like, I love this message. Like, you guys are definitely on your way, and it's like you have so much more power to direct this as well. It's like, if you don't like where things are going, you can totally change the flow of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're really coming into the fact, like, your own power involved in, like, basically like creating your dream life and moving towards that is like you have to at least put it on this stable foundation, or how else is anything going to build up and grow from this? I feel like you've already learned this lesson, but now it's like you're being blessed with this beautiful, productive time. So you can actually, like, I feel like you've already built the foundation. It's just like now they're asking you to keep working, to keep building on top of that, and also like focus on this temperance energy. Like, I'm hearing for some of you guys, you might need to like meditate with the temperance card. That might be something only like tarot readers do. Like meditating with tarot cards. But hey, if you're into it, like really do some research on the temperance energy and what that means for you and why your future self wants you to focus on it. So we're going to look at some self-care. What's some self-care that your future self wants you to focus on? What's some self-care here? Too many, my goodness. Or like all of it, the whole deck. Just take care of yourself. Gosh, too many, please. Just a few, please. All right, thank you. So we do have massage. Ooh, so your future self is saying like, please relax. Don't overdo like your job, your work, or any of that. Please make sure you're making time to rest and to do so in a way that's like really beneficial for you physically. Like make sure you're resting like productively. Like make sure you're resting to the point of like possibly like getting massage, like taking it that next level, like to physically relieve any pain. Wow, we also have connect with your ancestors. So your future self is asking you to connect with your ancestors. That's interesting though, because like I don't even know what to say with that. It's like turn inwards. Maybe honestly, you channeling and connecting more and more with your ancestors is actually going to help lay that solid foundation and also help you build that thick skin. Like maybe asking, praying to your ancestors for help to build this thick skin, to help ease the pain of rejection and lack of recognition. And also you could just pray to them just for more balance, just to stay balanced, to stay balanced. They'll help you with those things. Last but not least, we also have make a vision board. Yes, I feel like this will help you focus so much on what you really want. And it'll also come from within, that turn inwards as well. So make a vision board, make a vision board. That's so cute. Like your future self is so cute. They're like, yeah, can you make a vision board for me and you? All right, so next we're gonna do the Rebel Oracle. I'm just gonna pull a few, so some advice. Oof. All right, so we do have ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. All right, and I feel like that's definitely for like any health issues, like any massage issues, like any health issues, or any like if you go to a masseuse, like make sure you get a professional, okay? Like don't just like let your friends massage you. This could also be for mental health if you are struggling at all to stay balanced. Also for those of you who struggle with anxiety as well, that could be a message for you guys to like to really ask an expert. We have stop sleeping so damn much. Yes, I knew there was imbalance of something. Like there was something that was just like not balanced. And I feel like for some of you guys might be sleeping too much. Wake up. You're missing some cool shit. Okay. We also have we have get the fuck outside, move your ass, your body is pissed at you. So for some of you guys, it's time to get moving. Like, it's time to go get outside, do your runs, do your workouts, just spend some time outside. Like, seriously, like, just bask in the sun. I feel like just doing that alone will also help you feel better physically. We also have, you think someone is lying. They are. So trust your intuition with that one. That might just be a message for somebody. And we also have fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. So those two seem kind of personal. So those might be like some personal situations that you're needing to work on, apologize, kind of feel through here. But yeah. So last but not least, sorry, my brain was just like analyzing these, making sure there's nothing else that was sticking out. But no, those are pretty blunt to the point. So last but not least, guys, I am going to pull a message directly from your future self. So these are angel oracle cards, so they might mention like guardian angels or God or whatever, but just know that these are, I'm trying to channel like what would your future self literally say to you word for word. So at the bottom of the deck for you guys, we have healing. Listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help you dissolve your fears. Wow. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. I love that card. So the last message that they have for you, your future self, is rainbow. I told you, like, they love you. They are totally geeked out by where you are right now. Like, I feel like they're just so excited for you. And so here we go, rainbow. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So that's all the time that I have for you, pile 4. Honestly, I wish I could just keep reading for you because I love this energy. So I'm sending you so much love, light, protection, and blessings. I really hope this resonated with you, and if it did, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. And also, if you have any suggestions for future videos, I'd love to hear it. But until then, see y'all next time. Love and light. Bye-bye.